Peace and blessings, and welcome back. I am Regina, and I'm welcoming you to Diva G's Reborns. Today, we will continue with our baby Canon. I have done his torso, meaning he has been primed, as well as 2 layers of our foundation layers. So now he is ready for veining. So I've decided that Canon will remain a boy. So this is a male torso. It's anatomically correct. So we're going to go in with some veining with our Prism pencil. Okay, our Prism color pencil. All right, just in case if there's anyone interested. And this is from the Prism pack that I purchased from Amazon. So it has colors that are appropriate, I feel, for veining, as well as some bit of maybe darkening around the nail beds of our darker skinned babies, as well as some shading in the nostrils. Okay, I don't believe that there's a purpose for the other colors. Sometimes the green is appropriate because you can see green veins actually in darker skin. If you see it, you may see green veins. But we've just kind of really been keeping with the blue since that is traditionally what has been used with reborning. I'm going to make a little bit of room here. And the way I'm going to make that room is by moving things over slightly. I want to, I believe, paint him on the um, the rack that I used to dry some of the kits with, and I think that will be pretty good. So I'm going to do the veining. He's dry from the foundation layers. So I'm going to make some veins in different areas. And the thing about the torso is you can make it quite veiny if you desire. Okay. And I know there are artists that make the torso very veiny, and you might be an artist that desires to do that too. I've had some reach out to me about one-on-one classes, and that is something that I am willing to, provide. Um, Obviously, at a nominal fee. The classes would be on on Zoom, and the classes would be about um, 2 hours per class, and from an hour to 2 hours per class, and we would have up to 5 classes. And that should allow you to be able to complete a doll in that in those lessons. So if it's something that you're interested in, do reach out to me. As I said, there are some who have inquired about, personal classes. Now, I am not a master by any means. I can just teach you or show you what it is that I do. As you can see the results that I've gotten, because most everything I have done it on YouTube so you can see what what has been done. So again, if it's something that you're interested in, reach out to me via the comments. Um, if you reach out to me on the email, let me know in the comments that you have sent me an email, and that way I will be able to get back to you properly. Um, Again, it's optional, obviously, but like I said, there was some who have reached out and asked, so that's the reason why I'm making mention of it. Okay, so I'm just kind of putting veins various places. Now, again, um, our baby will have a darker skin tone, so many of these veins won't be visible, quite as visible. However, we are putting them there because the skin that's on the torso will be slightly lighter than the rest of the body, and some of these veins may show a little bit. So we will also be going in with some eyelid purple. I love eyelid purple because it just makes everything better. The eyelid purple, it just helps to deepen tones or sheer out tones. Eyelid purple is really, really something wonderful. So I'll show you some of the veining. You may be able to see a little bit of the veining. Okay. And again, I'm using the prism color pencils, and I've gone over and made some veins in different areas on the kit. Is around his navel a little bit. Okay. Now what we will do also, since we have him before us and he's dry, I'm going to go over certain areas that we want to darken with the eyelid purple. Okay, since we have him out. So, let me just here. We're going to go over our certain strategic places with the eyelid purple. Okay, trying to stay in camera. So let's see, I see a little paper towel there. I do. Okay, well, we're on part 2 of Baby Canon, and I hope thus far you have been enjoying. Okay, we have our eyelid purple. I don't know if some people have a deeper color eyelid purple. I'm not certain about that. I think I did see someone who had a deeper color, but this is the color that came with my Ultimate Fusion. I don't think that I don't know, maybe because I mix it with the satin glaze, maybe that's why it's a little bit lighter. I don't know. But in any event, this is the eyelid purple that I use. Okay. And I'm stirring it up very, very well, making sure that everything gets mixed up in here. That all of it, because remember, this has the latex matte gel, the golden satin glaze, and the golden wedding drops. So we want to make sure that all of this is mixed in nicely, and it appears to be nicely mixed in. Now what I will do is I'm going to take my angle brush And I'm going to use the angle brush to go around certain areas that I would like to be a little bit dark. Okay, so some of the areas I want to be darker are going to be around what would be the neck area. Okay, so I'm going to go around that area and have a little bit of particles there. So I'm going to go around this area, and I'm going to, once I find it, I didn't realize I didn't have my little sponge out. Okay. So I have my little sponge that I will pounce it out, and I do have a little brush as well. So I'm going to go in strategic areas. Like I said, I'm going to go around what would be the areola, because that tends to be an area that's a little bit darker. And what I want to do is I want to be certain that I'm doing my best to keep them even. Okay, I have to lift it up so I can see, so that I can kind of be sure that they're even. Okay. And I'm going to go around the navel. And I'm going to go right there on his boy parts, which would be the scrotum, because that often tends to be a little bit darker, and around the base of what would be his penis. Okay. Now I want to take my brush and I want to pounce around. Okay. This is so awkward trying to do this and not show but so much of the boy parts. Okay. And I'm going around, pounce, pounce, pounce. Okay, now another area that I want to deepen would be this. There's a crease right here. So where the creases are, I want to put the eyelid purple, because that will help to also deepen the creases when we go in with our crease colors. So again, I'm just going over with the eyelid purple. Anywhere that we want to have a little bit of a deeper coloring. Now, it's very faint, but right here, oh, you can maybe, yeah, you can see it. There's like a little bit of a crease there. I want to make that shadowed, so I'm putting some of that eyelid purple there. Put a little bit more than I would have liked, but it's okay. And on the other side, we have the same type of creases. So we're going to try to put the same amount that we did on the other side to make that shadow. Now, there's a division in the chest here that we want to give an illusion too, because we do see where they have somewhat of a distinction, which is good because that is atomically accurate. So I'm going to go around what would be the chest. And I don't know. No, you can't really see it that well. Well, you maybe can see it now because it's highlighted. It's that purple is there, so you can kind of see it a little bit more. Now I can see here what appears to be ribs, even though he has a little pot belly, but I can still see what appears to be ribs. So I'm going to go where it is that it appears to me that there are ribs. And I'm just going to pounce that out a bit. And I would imagine it's on both sides. Yes. And I'm going to go over and pounce that out. Okay, good. Just double checking if there's anywhere else. Okay, at the moment, there isn't anywhere else. So we're going to move on to where we're going to do the eyelid purple on our Canon's face. Okay, the eyelid purple, where I like to apply it, it may be in some areas that, art is very personal in that it's your interpretation. So some of the areas